welcome back to Talking with Clyde. As always, I want to thank you all so much for your continued support. I can never thank you guys enough for always supporting me, and please, I ask for your support in the future. This video will be part of a series that Kids Are Kids, where I will talk about my experiences of teaching all the kids I had while I was in China. And also to show that even though they're in China, they're actually very similar to the kids that are how they are in the United States. And also, I just want to say that if anyone has any experience of teaching kids in China or otherwhere, please share your experiences in the comments below. As stated before, I had the wonderful opportunity to teach ages from 3 to roughly 16 years old. And this video will be more about how I taught the youngest, like around roughly 3 to 4 ages, and how, just like I said in my earlier statement, that even though they're from China, they are very similar to the kids in America, and also probably around everywhere in the world. So the youngest group, roughly 3 to 4 year olds, besides teaching them basic English words, we also try to teach them basic motor skills such as cutting paper, coloring in the lines, following basic classroom rules, also tracing. And you know, on paper this sounds very easy and pretty simple, right? Well, anyone that's ever taught small kids before can tell you that kids at that age have extremely small attention spans, and a lot of things never go as planned. So especially for the first few weeks where they're really learning how class works and motor skills, and you have to find that, and I found that you really have to let your mind be very adaptable to try different things and do so many things to try to keep the kids' attention if you want to have a hope to have a very successful, good class with small children. For me, I found this level to be the hardest to teach. Now, the reasons why is, as I said, English is being taught as a second language, and you kind of always have to use the most simple words and try to explain how to do activities and games. You always have to show a lot of visual examples, but even with that, because they're still learning how to be in class, learning how things work, when they see the visual examples, a lot of times your first attempt does not always go well, and they don't understand, and it sometimes takes multiple attempts for them to be able to get the activity or game right. And a lot of times I had to be able to tweak it. Not to mention, I had to always be in a very high upbeat personality, which took so much energy. And if anyone has any ideas or strategies of a very small way to how to teach kids a second language, please leave comments down below. But in my experience, what really helped is not only being patient, all willing to try to listen and be there. It took so much encouragement from both the teachers and the parents that they are doing well, that they're doing fine, and just always encouraging them to just keep on improving, and they're doing well. Around the end of class, this is when we set up the class for the kids to do their book work. And their book work had their own share of problems. But like I said, for one thing, you kind of had to get the class prepared to go to book work, which means you had to move chairs and tables around. And the kids would, sometimes try to help you, but you always ask them to sit down, because if they try to help you, they more likely either hurt one of their classmates or hurt themselves. And then even after that, when it's time for them to do the book work, even though the book work clearly has a label of what they want them to do, because they're so excited, sometimes they will destroy their book, take one of their classmates' books, do something completely different what they're asked to do. And a lot of times you had to really plan on how you would give the books, always kind of have like a process, get them used to when they all open the book at the same time, and try to explain how to do it around the same time, and constantly do like monitoring where you walk around real quickly to make sure they do it well. It doesn't always work out perfectly, but you try your best. And needless to say, in the office with my coworkers, we all had so many stories of what our small children did, because sometimes everything goes to plan. And yeah, like I said, we had some fun stories. And if you have fun stories, again, leave your comments down below. So this is like a very small preview or a small thing about what it was like to teach small kids in China. And another things I could also say about this age group is they could get very, very attached to a teacher. And what I mean that is if they get attached enough, it's very difficult to find a sub teacher or a teacher to replace a teacher, because if they see a new face they're not used to, they might try, get scared, or try to run out of the class, and that could also be a very challenge. So when you're coming for someone, you really kind of have to have a very friendly persona. But other really bright things nice things I could say about this age group is they are easily very cute, very adorable, and also you are also so proud when they finally are able to have certain things click. Now, I will say also that even though they're from China, I always have heard that Chinese kids are always so smart. Now, I just want to say, in my experience in China, kids are just kids no matter what the country, because like in America, in China, you have kids that are just very gifted or very hardworking. Also, some kids just have a hard time sitting down, being patient, listening, or sometimes they just want all the attention for themselves. No matter what the country, I've heard from many people they experience the same thing. So I would just say kids are kids. And the main thing that really separates the different types of kids is, I would say, their personal gifts, how they are raised, and living environment. Thank you so much for joining me with Talking with Clyde, especially for this first video where I talk about Kids Are Kids Part 1, where I talk about the youngest group of kids I taught. The next video will be about bigger kids and my experience with teaching them. But like I said with this video, kids are kids no matter what the country. Once again, thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe if you have not already. Please also check out my other social media platforms, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.